Well, hey there, friend, pull up a chair. It's your boy ScullyPop with stories to share. From the page to the stage, I've done it all. Books on the shelf and curtain calls. I whisper tales in the dead of night with a little ta-ta-ta just to feel right. And if you need some tingles down your spine, ska, 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 yeah, that sound is mine. Then buckle up, it's quite the ride. We're going deep, no need to hide. Where the entertainment doesn't stop. You're tuned in now to ScullyPop. So close your eyes, then enjoy the glide, and we'll see you on the other side. I've read my novels by candlelight, with every chapter feeling just right. I'm the author that reads to you slow, with rhythm and rhyme in every flow. My fingers snap, the mic goes hot. Live from the heart, I give all I got. A little jazz, a touch of noir, mix in some ASMR and you're not far. Ska, 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 ta, 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 let the rhythm carry ya. Ta, 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 ska, ska, ska. Feel the story, feel the vibe. On this wild old ride, and if you're still with me, I'll see you on the other side. Da, da, da.
Welcome everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the House of Thrillers. I'm your host, ScullyPop, where the entertainment doesn't stop. Got a good one planned for you tonight. How's everybody doing? Hey, Gracie. How you doing? Good to see you. Second out the shoot tonight, Miss Kristen Kruger. Welcome. ScullyPop. It's Life with Paulette. Sound check, Paulette. Benny Loco. How you doing? Silly cat. Here she is, silly cat. The blood files. Yeah, tonight we're going to be reading an excerpt by an author called Patrick Murphy, the book called Beyond the Pale. He reached out to me and we worked on this behind the scenes with Izzy Pop on the visuals, who, by the way, is going to be reading with us tonight. She's going to take care of the female part. Let's run behind the scenes. She's going to have her hands full, so y'all give her a big hand there. Hey, Michael, what's up, buddy? It's Michael's songs, ladies and gentlemen. Upstate, hey, brother. It's upstate. Getting groovy wooby tonight. That's right. Showtime, says Stitching. Showtime. You ready? Who's ready? Hey, Wolf, how's it, Scully? That's right. Welcome to the show. It's the Doom Guy. Yeah, it's going to be fun tonight. Get the entertainment kicked off on YouTube here early this evening. We got some good art running there that Izzy put together. Back there messing around. She might be up here with me already, actually. So yeah, it's good to see everybody. Next week we're going to get back to some theater readings, so if you're interested in coming up and playing a part, you're more than welcome. Other than that, what else is going on? Need some tea. I don't know if Mr. Murphy's going to make it in tonight. I did send him the link. We'll see. Hey, Fawn. Welcome in. Great to see you again. We generally start reading about 15-20 minutes in, let everybody settle down a little bit. Hope everyone's having a good weekend, says Doom Guy. Gracie, how you doing? Kristen, it's good to see you. Hope you're convalescing well. I know being at the hospital is never fun. Hey, Mr. Ray Crum, welcome to the show. For those of y'all that don't know, I'm an author that reads to you. I read my novels. I've written several, lots of short stories, other works in the public domain, and submissions from people like you. So if you wrote something, we put it on the list, and I'd be glad to put something together for you. I don't know, Beat is very sick. I don't know. From eating those cheese, those maggot cheese things. Oh my God. Imagine, yeah. Not too fun, huh? Oh my God. Grab your tea, says Stitching. Hey, Code, welcome in. 1111 Code, welcome. Kind of an interesting story tonight. This guy's written a whole series of books. I think it's the Frank McDuff series. He seems to be somewhat prolific, but I don't know. It's fun narrating books, and that's what I like to do. There's Pink. How you doing? Come on in. We still got plenty of seats up front. No, he's not going to do the chips anymore, huh? Oh my goodness. Good to see you, Izzy, says Code. Doom Guy, says Fawn. Hey, Code, says Izzy. That's not how I talk. She's up. Hey, it's the Doom Guy. Blaster. $1 million and 0 calories. Yeah, we got some groovy music tonight. Nice overlay to read to. Hey, Waffles. How you doing? It's time to relax. Yeah, I hope B feels better soon too. Ate the maggot chips. I don't know if that's what did it to him. He said that on his community page. Shit, I know I gotta be careful what I eat. Well, thanks for sharing that out. Yeah, y'all share it out if you can. It's Don Bag. TWP out there, aren't you? What's up, buddy? Don Bag doing the Don Bag thing. We're gonna do some reading next week. Izzy and I are gonna read tonight. I got this novel excerpt that this author sent me. Lordy, lordy. Does not sound too fun. How you doing, Michael? How was your show today, man? I got the notification and I got busy with something and I was like, oh my God, he's already over with. I usually catch a lot of replays, you know. I like playing the music streams in the background. Body illusions. Body tingles. My family also love this community. Hugs and blessings. Kristen Kruger. Tingle, tingle, tingle. It's Disco Bob. Disco Bob. Hey, Rachel, aloha. Just getting in, everybody's settling down. Have a nice little reading for you tonight. That's right. Show was good, Skull. Yeah, we're quick on Sunday, just 1 hour, play some songs, gift a t-shirt, and then we're off. Okay. I don't know if I've been gone that long. Did not to know. Yeah, we got some good music and an overlay to read to Izzy made. If y'all need any help with your channel, banners, videos, anything, reach out to Izzy Pop. Hey, Corner Clubhouse, welcome to the show. It's good to see you. You still out there, Sydney Cat? We're gonna relax, kick back, take it easy, listen to a good story. I will attest to the high quality show this morning. Okay, go check that out later. Michael's a wonderful artist. He composes his own music, and some of us are late bloomers. What can we say, huh? Michael says, Rachel, aloha. Thank you. Rachel replies, aloha, Kristen Kruger. Sending you healing. Yeah, going through a tough time. Hold on. Mr. Patrick Murphy seems to have written a good series of books here. The link to his novel is in the description. Check that out if you'd like to get a copy of his novel. Hey, Kimbers, welcome to the show. All right, Pink shared it out. Kristen saying hello to Rachel. And Fawn saying hello to everybody. So yeah, let's see. I've got an intro prepared for this, and we're about ready to roll. That's right. Welcome back to ScullyPop, fellow story enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the gritty, atmospheric world of 1950s Hollywood with an excerpt from Beyond the Pale by Patrick B. Murphy, the latest thrilling installment in his acclaimed Bryan Duffy mystery series. Mr. Murphy's created something truly special with his Bryan Duffy mysteries, set in the sun-soaked yet shadowy world of 1950s Los Angeles. What makes the series particularly compelling is Murphy's attention to historical detail and his unique protagonist, Bryan Duffy, private detective who survived polio and an iron lung, now navigating Hollywood's criminal underworld with the aid of crutches and braces. The series captures the essence of post-war America, where veterans are trying to find their place in a rapidly changing world, and Los Angeles is booming with opportunity and danger and danger. Murphy's background appears to blend medical and data management expertise with a passion for noir storytelling, creating authentic characters dealing with both physical challenges and moral complexities. In this particular adventure, set in Hollywood, okay, hang on a second, lost my check. In this particular adventure, set in Hollywood, March 1957, Bryan Duffy accepts a case from his most dangerous client ever, the Rabbit, LA mob boss Mickey Cohen's lethal lieutenant. The stakes couldn't be higher, as Bryan knows that doing a favor for the Rabbit can only end in two ways: with the Rabbit's eternal gratitude or Bryan's eternal rest. Where to find the book, you can discover more about Patrick B. Murphy's work and purchase Beyond the Pale at Amazon, link in the description. The Bryan Duffy mystery series includes High Voltage, Springtime, Summer Heat, and now Beyond the Pale. Each one building on the rich tapestry of 1950s Los Angeles crime and the compelling character of Bryan Duffy. So settle in, dear listeners, as we step into the neon-lit streets of Hollywood, where danger lurks behind every studio lot, and every favor comes with a deadly price. It's Chapter 5, Hollywood, Friday, March 15th, 1957. I decided to stake out the first three addresses on the list from Captain Collins. I thought I would have plenty of time to stake each out for 2 hours. But they were pretty far apart, so I lost some time. After finding out nothing more than that squirrels were back in business after winter, I headed back to the office at 5. Addison let me know no one had called and that he had fed Rufus. I thanked him and said he could go home, or wherever saxophone players hung out. I was looking for a boat such a way for Jane and me to have a nice Friday date. The Venice canals came to mind because we had always enjoyed our walks there, and they were near her office. Around 6 o'clock, I picked up Jane at the electronics laboratory at Hughes Airport, just south of Venice. I hadn't seen Jameson since fall, when Theodore Thompson appointed him the head of Hughes Aircraft's new division, Hughes Electronics. I wondered if he was avoiding me for some reason. After almost 2 years of Jameson being the most powerful force in my life, I had a hard time adjusting to the fact that he was no longer around. I thought I would go inside and see Jameson too, but Jane said she wanted to meet me outside the lab. When she got in the car, Jane leaned over to give me a quick kiss and then tucked her left leg under her as she sat. We were silent on the short drive to the canals because we knew we were going to talk on our walk. She was in charge of the music, leaning over to change the station often as one song ended and another one began, looking for her favorite song to appear. We drove north along the coast with the windows down. I held my breath as we passed the Bologna swamps, the rabbits' stomping grounds. I swear my right foot started to itch. I could feel the ocean in the air, but it was out of sight. Traffic was light and I quickly parked on Pacific Street. It was a flat walk from there to the canals. The bank of the first canal was falling in disrepair. Water-loving bushes and plants and grasses had taken over the bank, spreading into the canal. The plants were thriving and unstoppable. A spectrum of every shade of green ran through the swath of vegetation. It was a 5-minute walk past run-down houses to our favorite spot on the Grand Canal. It had a 5-foot railing that was the strongest in our usual walking area. I stood 2 inches away from the railing, then leaned back against it. My braces held me straight and my weight was off my body. I could stay like this for an hour. How's work going, Jane? I knew she had been under pressure and things weren't always going the way she wanted. She was wearing a yellow top and a light blue knee-length dress. She had done something a little different with her hair. It was starting to curl. Her green eyes sparkled as always in the sun. I loved her and I loved hearing her voice. She leaned next to me on the railing and slowly shook her head, looking down into the water.
It's so frustrating. I'm working on a special project Jameson gave me, but I can't get it right. This is a big chance for me because it's Jameson's idea, and he trusted me with the responsibility for implementing it. He designed it all, but I've been managing the logistics, conducting the experiments, even filling out the official lab notebooks for submission at the end. I don't want to let him down.
She looked into my eyes.
Plus, I'm the only woman in the electronics division, and I want to show everyone that Jameson made a good decision by hiring me.
I understood and held her glance. I know you're doing great. Hang on, is that her or me?
You.
Check. Okay. Sorry, guys. I messed up.
Check,
Hey,
check.
everybody out there.
Check. My turn.
Just say hey to everybody real quick. Hey, Body Illusion. Alaskan, welcome.
Janica.
Janica.
Kristen,
Oh,
thank you for the
Kristen.
super chat. And
Thank you for that wonderful donation there.
renewed.
Hey, Sunnyside. How you doing? I can't believe I messed that up.
The altar who can't reach you.
Brenda. Yeah.
I was in the zone, man. You blew it.
No worries. Okay.
Hey,
We're chilling.
Brenda. Rachel. Stitching. Alaskan Assassin Adventures.
You always think you got everything worked out, you know?
Blood. TWP's in here.
Yeah, TWP working hard back there.
He ain't doing nothing.
Izzy's got to read. I got to step it up. He's usually in charge of security there.
Oh, yeah. He's at the door.
I want to hear a little emotion in your voice now.
What?
She knows I'm messing with her.
Exactly.
I was so scatterbrained right before the show. I'm really excited, about doing new, fresh projects like this, and you put such a great overlay together. Y'all stick around after. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek at our one of our uploads coming up.
Thank you, Kimbers. It's not hard to do when I'm up here with you on my lap about everything.
Well, Kristen, thank you for that cash app and that donation, that super chat. I really appreciate
Stoney.
that.
He is scatterbrained. I think if you...
Where's Stoney?
There's
an
right
Ace Mountain girl. How you doing?
He's called it Scotterbrain.
There he is. Yeah, we've been having some great shows lately. I really appreciate everybody's support, and from just your time to donating stories, the members, and any types of donations. Everything adds up, It gets kind of hard doing this sometimes, and Izzy can attest to that. But you don't need a huge community to do good with a YouTube channel. You just need, solid community. It can be small, Anyway, I'm just glad I didn't grow too quick is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Izzy and I talk a lot about that, channels overinflating themselves, but we got a good thing going. We're kind of mixing in with the music community on things. I'll probably have an artist come up next week, and we'll surprise y'all with what we're going to read. But let's get back to it here.
There's the eyeball.
Oh my God. I lost my place. What's the line? Oh my gosh.
Go to the bottom of page 5.
Okay. You want to start there?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Or do how
All
it's
right,
worked
y'all
on.
ready?
Okay.
Everybody ready? She leaned next to me on the railing and slowly shook her head, looking down into the water.
It's so frustrating. I'm working on a special project Jameson gave me, but I can't get it right. This is a big chance for me because it's Jameson's idea, and he trusted me with the responsibility for implementing it. He designed it all, but I've been managing the logistics, conducting the experiments, even filling out the official lab notebooks for submission at the end. I don't want to let him down.
She looked into my eyes.
Plus, I'm the only woman in the electronics division, and I want to show everyone that Jameson made a good decision by hiring me.
I understood and held her glance. I know you're doing great. Jameson doesn't have simple ideas, so I'm sure everything's more difficult than it first seemed. I think she heard me, but I wasn't sure. She kept explaining.
For most of our projects, we work on equipment that will be immediately used by Hughes aircraft, but this one is different. Jameson told me that he worked on a secret project after the war. His job was to design an antenna that would pick up both high energy and low energy signals. Jameson didn't get to finish the antenna back then because funding for the projects ended suddenly. He wants to try again now.
She paused, and I knew to keep silent. She tilted her head and after a moment said,
He thinks that if we can add a transistor-based signal processor, we can overcome the problems he had with the antenna signal before.
Jane stopped and her face showed another problem for her.
I'm not sure. But I think that nasty man, George Barber, worked on the secret project with him.
I was impressed with her interrogation skills. Jameson had never told me anything about his work after the war. George Barber had been involved in a couple of my cases and Jane never liked him. I had a soft spot for him because he convinced Chief Parker to give me a PI license. I remember you told me the antenna you made is working. That's great progress. She nodded her head yes, and then looked down into the water again.
It was progress, but that was 6 weeks ago. Now I'm stuck on the signal processor. This is my first chance to work with transistors, and I don't want to fail.
She looked up at me proudly. I hope that I seemed like I understood her, she confided.
Those transistors are hard to get. I think that's a big reason why Jameson took the job as head of Hughes Electronics.
That plus Jameson was finally out from under George Barber's thumb. It was Barber who got Chief Parker to look the other way when Jameson shot the fin. When I helped out Barber last year, part of my price was releasing Jameson from his obligation. I've never even heard of transistors, I pointed out. You're really on the forefront. Jane got an excited look.
The 3 investors of the transistor just won the Nobel Prize in Physics last year.
She looked proud.
I'll bet Jameson wins the Nobel Prize in Physics someday.
I didn't know if I could tolerate being around Jameson if that ever happened. He was cocky enough as it was. She tilted her neck and I think I heard it crack. She picked up her story again.
You're right. The antenna was working fine. Then I spent the next 6 weeks connecting the antenna output to the signal processor.
Her face showed hope.
Jameson let me write up all the schematics and calculations. And I built it. I've learned so much. I was sure it was going to work.
Her hope faded. Again, I said just the right thing. It'll work soon. She shook her head vigorously back and forth.
No, it won't. There's a background noise coming from the antenna that I can't eliminate, no matter what I do. how I shield the wires. I can't get rid of that noise, and it's ruining the project.
She was talking a lot with her hands. I kept quiet. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath.
If I'm not able to get a clear signal to go from the antenna to the processor, I'm afraid Jameson will have to replace me.
After a few seconds, she opened her eyes and admitted,
On Monday, I asked for more support, and Jameson gave me 2 engineers, Dave and Chuck, and an administrative assistant, Vera, from Hughes' Aircraft. They're looking for the noise too. They've been great and don't mind me being in the charge of the project.
you were smart to ask for more help. If there was one thing I knew, it was that Jameson was loyal, and he would never replace Jane on the project. I didn't really know why Jameson had helped me become a detective. He invested his time, money, and sometimes risked his life for me. But he had stuck by me, and I know he would stick by Jane. He and Jane had developed a special bond ever since he cut her in half as part of his magic act last year. I didn't think it would be helpful for me to mention that. We looked at the swans floating down the canal. Last time we were here, she explained how each swan sent a wave through the water. She tried to teach me how the water ripples affected each other. She was probably thinking of how to explain it again, hoping I would understand this time. And after a minute of silence, I expected Jane to ask me how things were going on my cases. I was all set to talk about the rabbit son and how I was just getting started. For the 1,000th time since I met her, she surprised me. Jane stood up straight and looked me in the eyes and asked,
Do you ever wonder what your life would be like if you hadn't gotten polio?
Of course I had, but no one had ever asked me that before. People were usually too uncomfortable to bring up the polio topic. It was the worst thing that had ever happened to me. Jane was asking because she was interested in me, not my polio. Just another reason why she was so special. I got my crutches behind me and I pushed on forward until I was standing straight. Slipped my arm out of the crutch cuff for a second, reached up and scratched my chin, then slipped my arm back in. Before I got polio, I was a jock. I was on the football team, the basketball team. I ran track my junior year. I never hit the books, no thought for the future. I guess I figured I would be a professional athlete. She didn't say anything or laugh, so I continued. Not many people have gotten to think, almost uninterrupted, like I did when I was in the iron lung for 6 months. I learned how to control my thoughts so I wouldn't panic about how bad my situation was. I didn't even get to feel sorry for myself because too many other people in the polio ward just gave up and died. That mental toughness has turned out to be a positive for me. A pair of swans came down the canal toward us and then veered off sharply. I hadn't thought this much about my polio since I'd left Milwaukee 2 years ago. Yes, I walk slower now with braces and crutches, but I was never going to make a living with my legs anyway. That was a teenager's dream. I shrugged. If I hadn't gotten polio, I guess I'd be living around Milwaukee with no real education, going from one nowhere job to another. I pointed to my head with my right hand, slipping my arm out of the crutch again. Now I've got focus. Every day I plan my movements so I can do things efficiently. I can't afford to walk to my car, get in, then realize that I forgot my wallet. I have to get up and walk back into my apartment. In my job, my approach can't be, well, if I get into a jam, I'll just duck, hide, and run away. Have to plan in advance. I shook my head. Would I be better off if I hadn't gotten polio? Sounds odd, but I honestly don't know. I'm a better person now than I would have been otherwise. I make friends with the humility of knowing that I may need them to help me someday. Maybe to open the door. Maybe to pick me up off the floor if I slip and fall. That means I'd have to be a good friend to them too. She leaned into my chest. Fell the 2 inches I fell. I did 2 inches backward against the bridge railing again. It held. I hugged her with my left arm. She wrapped both her arms around me. I used my right arm on the railing to stabilize us. I spoke into her hair. Most importantly, if I hadn't gotten polio, I would have never moved to LA. I would have never met you. I would have never fallen in love with you. And that would have been the worst thing that ever happened to me. And there we have it, dear listeners. Another captivating glimpse into the shadowy world of Bryan Duffy in the 1950s Hollywood noir. I hope you enjoyed that thrilling excerpt from Patrick B. Murphy's Beyond the Pale as much as I love bringing it to life for you. If you're as hooked on Bryan Duffy's adventures as I am, please consider purchasing Beyond the Pale, link in the description, and the entire Bryan Duffy mystery series. You can find all of Patrick B. Murphy's books on Amazon. The link is in our description below. Supporting independent authors like Patrick keeps amazing stories like these coming, and trust me, you'll want to know how this dangerous case with the rabbit unfolds. Don't go anywhere just yet. Here at ScullyPop, we're building something magical. A community where classic literature original tales come alive through the power of narration. Here's how you can be part of our growing story family. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're bringing you fresh literary content every week. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed our journey into 1950s Hollywood. Leave a comment below. What's your favorite noir mystery? Should we explore more Patrick B. Murphy? What author would you love to hear narrated next? And share this video with fellow book lovers and mystery fans. Become a ScullyPop member. Want even more literary magic? Join our exclusive membership community. Stay tuned too. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. A little bonus reading tonight. You can submit your story to jscullybooks@gmail.com. If you're a writer with a story you'd love to hear narrated. And some final thoughts on this narration. Remember, every great story deserves to be heard, and every listener deserves to discover their next favorite tale. That's what we're here for, bridging the gap between incredible authors like Patrick and readers like you who crave quality storytelling. Thank you for joining me on this noir adventure through the dangerous streets of 1950s Hollywood. Till our next literary journey together, keep reading, keep dreaming, and keep those stories alive. This has been ScullyPop, your guide through the wonderful world of narrated literature. Take care and happy reading. Check, check. All right, that's the end of that. Yeah, let me say hey there. Hey, Woody. Thank you, buddy. Izzy, you still there? Thank you. Did a great. Didn't she do a good job, y'all? Hey, Yoda.
Thank you. Hey, Woody, Yoda.
It's a pretty good story, don't y'all think? I want to read the rest of the book. That's pretty cool. Like I said, it wasn't that long. Hey, Ash, how you doing? Any thoughts, Izzy, about the story? No?
No.
Izzy? She did good, huh, Kristen? You leaving, Fawn? We're not done yet. I got another story, bonus story at the end if you want to stick around. We'll take a few minute break and come back and do that. But well, it was like 87 degrees down here in Mississippi today, man. You can feel the heat in my attic pressing in. Oh my gosh, Body Illusion, thank you so much. Body Illusion just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Yeah, Izzy, I think we owe Kristen and Body Illusion a little fireworks there for a second. What do you think? Yeah. 1 second before I hit the wrong button. Oh, for Pete's sake, man. La 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 la. You gonna stick around?
I've got it loaded.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the one I just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Woo Rider in here?
I don't know.
No, I'm not sure. Man, I'm about to go turn that air conditioner on.
All right, I'll do a quick song while you're doing that.
Okay.
All right, go.
I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels and other works in the public domain and submissions from people like you. So buckle up. It's quite the ride, and we'll see you on the other side.
Right. Hey, Lori, I'm glad you made it. Welcome, welcome. Mikey, there, Dio, good to see you. There's our moderator, Blood Dragoon. I see Kimber's there. Fawn's still with us there. She's going to go get a snack. Stitch in says, scuss, 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 scuss. La Mancha and the Metal Giants. Right. La Mancha. Yeah, wait a second on that. Stitch in. We got Woody Pop. Kristen. Janica. You liked it, Janica? Yeah, those of y'all just getting here, Izzy, Pop, and I narrated Beyond the Pale, a Patrick Murphy book from Frank McDuffie series that he wrote. Kimber's saying woohoo. There's Pink, TWP. Izzy did awesome as always. Heck yeah.
Stop yelling, Woody. We see your hand up.
Thank you so much, Body Illusion. Appreciate that.
Woody's jumping up and down.
Izzy? Woody, yeah. What's up, buddy?
It's like you. What did you call me in your chat, Woody? Queen Design or something like that. I don't know what it was he said.
We're going to do another theater thing next Sunday, and I'm trying to get I got several people in mind to bring up to close the show for, an act, a song or whatever. But we'll work on that. What we're going to play here in a minute is something I wrote about Don Quixote meets the War of the Worlds.
And you guys were here when you read it.
Yeah, some of y'all were here. Izzy's remastered it down, and you're going to get a sneak peek at it. I don't know if I'm going to do it for a premiere or a member video, but we'll see. Yeah. Lots of good things on the horizon.
Queen Overlay. Yeah, that's what he called me. Queen Overlay.
I sent the guy the email with the link to the show. I don't know if he got it in time, but I actually, collaborated with the actual author, so that worked out pretty well. I can't remember how many books he's got.
Hi, Rob.
Kristen's been a member for 3 months now. Thank you so much. Gosh. So what you got going on, Izzy Pop?
I've got my 2 series I've been doing.
Yeah, she's doing some cool narrating over there with 2 different with the Forrest Gump series and
Conspiracy.
Also the Izzy Detective Cat.
Yes, Izzy Poppleton. Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. Janica said, "Yeah, it's good." Queen Overlay.
That's what he calls me, Queen
That
Overlay.
will be so fun. What's going to be fun?
Hey, Camellia.
So scatterbrained today. I'm bringing an
Dunga.
artist up for a
Yeah.
song at the end. Okay. Hey,
Dunga.
Camellia. I don't know if I said hey already.
I think she just came in.
Yeah. How you doing?
Well, thank you, Kristen. It's all about
Oh,
that.
you love the kitty series? Yeah.
Izzy
It's
Pop
a
is
good
my
idea.
cat, or was my cat. He passed
I'm the
away.
author that reads to you, and she's the cat that reads to you. Now we need a dog that reads to you, and whatever. Kind of keep the genre going, you know. And
Oh, a whole barnyard
I
kennel.
don't know. People like those kitty videos, you know.
Yeah, but these aren't any of my kitties. These are the ones I made
Stitching
up.
still here. Well, thank y'all for hanging out tonight. I'm getting back into the flow on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. Central, so y'all can count on that. We'll probably, stick to the theater readings. I just had a special thing I wanted to do tonight, so.
Please, can I just say this to
Aloha.
Please, can I just say one thing to Rachel? So, Rachel, are you coming or going? She said aloha.
Aloha.
Hello and goodbye.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Dara, do you? Cats can read, so can dogs. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
There's Misty. About damn time, woman.
You're late.
You got your cookout over with? Or she got a lot of cooking, a lot of grilling.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so hungry too.
Stop it.
What in the world?
Why didn't you eat
Look,
before?
I didn't go to the show earlier because I thought it was a girls' show, you know? I didn't know. I didn't want to intrude.
Oh my God. With all your
Yeah.
girl voices, you say you can't
I was
intrude.
getting ready to go in there and but it was like the ladies' retreat or something.
My
I
most
don't know.
loved have been Siamese. One I had for
You're
21 years.
bloated, man. What all did y'all eat? Golly. I'm
Kristen,
so hungry.
I have 2 Maine Coons and Izzy Pop was a rag doll.
Man, y'all ought to see Izzy's cat. It's 40 pounds.
Just
Oh
a
my
little bit
God.
overweight, don't you think? And man, Thor whips his butt daily.
You got barbecue over there left over?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Dope schedule. What? TWP?
Loved ones have been my Siamese one I had for 21 years. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Justine.
That's a long time.
Well, I had Izzy for 14.
Mm-hmm. You must have fed her really well. I mean, for them to live old like that. Hey, Spongy.
It depends on the breed of cat.
Where'd Spongy go?
She's right there.
Man, the chat moved up on me. My bad. Hey, Spongy. Justine. There she is. Y'all can go back and check out our reading again and rewind. We're going to watch another mastered file here that Izzy did for me.
And I just want to point out that it's the real Justine. It's not a fake. It's the real Justine.
The real one, right?
The real one. I'm going to be the real
You got to watch
Izzy.
out for the imposter.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe we'll get Kristen to come up and read one night. Wouldn't that be fun? You can use something as little, as easy as like a phone earbud or whatever.
Kristen, did you see the Siamese cat in my Lois Lane? Mewis Lane is her name instead of Lois Lane. It's Mewis Lane and Clock.
What you talking about? Janine's the lady from New York makes all that good food. Huh. What's that? Oh gosh.
Oh. Well, that's what happened.
I didn't know that yeah, y'all had that in common, Izzy. Dang.
Yeah. We already figured that out.
Dang,
We had my son had a cat named Weena that was a Maine Coon, and he passed on to us. So when he passed,
so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. We both knew about each other.
Yeah. Mm.
We're in our own special little group.
Misty says, Justine. Y'all making me want to get another cat. Oh my gosh. I just
Aren't
have one, Petula. She's a calico. She's
now
so pretty though.
aren't y'all really proud of Scully? He's managed to talk this long without having music behind him.
I know, it's
I'm
making
so
me
happy. I
nuts,
am
man.
so why does it drive
Y'all
you
like my
nuts?
voice without music?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I use it as a crutch. I don't know. I know one thing though. I don't tend to stutter. And sometimes I don't know how to pronounce something, but I don't really stutter. You know, the Indians didn't have a word for stutter, and they didn't stutter.
Oh my God.
But the two
I
kitties
just
also were part Maine Coon.
Skull Pop. There's Lawless in the house.
Hey, Lawless.
Scully.
How you doing, buddy?
Lawless
Lawless is
says I
one
didn't
of our
see you out
moderators.
there.
He's got his own emoji. He's also been a cast member. And I'm sure we'll get him back up there. He did 2 parts in Grease for Breakfast. It was awesome. Definitely.
Yeah, he played Ben. He played the guy that talked like this.
I love the way you did Bryan, you
I
know,
know.
the geeky guy. It was awesome.
No, it was actually the other guy from the
Wasn't it Bryan, the
Pink
one
Lady.
that
Brian was more subdued, I thought.
no, Bryan was the guy that wrote the letter, you know, in the Breakfast Club. He
Yeah.
was the smart kid, you know. Remember? The
Yeah, I
geeky
know who
smart
he
kid?
was. I just said I just didn't think I thought he talked like the guy from the 50s on
Well, he
the other
made his
crew.
own character out of it. I like
Brian
that,
and
you
Danny. He
know.
played Danny Zuko. That's who
It
he
wasn't
played.
like,
That's
you know, he wasn't trying to imitate him. He was, you know,
no, I said Danny Zuko is the one he did that
yeah,
voice
he
to.
did Danny too. Yeah, but he
Yeah,
did that different though.
yeah, he talked
Yeah,
like Danny Zuko. Zuko talked like
I mean, it's hard
this.
to change your voice up like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Darren. Dimebag says meow. About
Y'all got big music show tomorrow night. I guess Memorial Day. It'll probably be really busy.
Brian is awkward and Danny is
Over
cool.
there at Axe and Nacho, you got the G May.
They got those going just like round robin with the music.
Mm-hmm.
You can always find another one to jump in. They
Yeah.
know me from Pindar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, good, Lawless. Maybe you'll do it again sometime. And I saw what you changed my name to, Lawless, up in your StreamYard, dude.
What's that?
Auntie Izzy.
Auntie. Oh my God.
My love, Aunt Izzy.
Lawless in the world.
I changed it back.
Look,
Hey,
there it is. I'm going to sit on my butt.
I'll do it. Lawless, it doesn't change though. It stays that. And when I came up in this stream, I was like, oh my God, Lawless, my cue.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing something with Back to the Future.
Back to the Future meets the Terminator.
But I want, you know, what's the car, oh my God, what is it? Alfa Romeo.
Okay, Rachel.
What is Alfa
Aloha.
Romeo?
Rachel said I gotta run too. Aloha. This time it means goodbye, Izzy Pop. I've always wanted to ask somebody from Hawaii, are you coming or going? Just gotta know. DeLorean.
Aloha. Yeah. I was having a ball on Janine's live, but I had to leave. Oh, okay.
DeLorean. Well, I'm glad you spelt it right this time. You know how that bothers me, Lawless.
Yeah,
Just playing.
oh my God. Listen to me, DeLorean. Yeah, I was thinking about like just loading the car up with like 3 or 4 people in it, and they just take off somewhere, and and just like a trip to Vegas or something, you know.
Mm.
Not really Vegas, but a trip somewhere in time where there's a
How about they
big
think
event, big party going on.
they're going to the Vegas star system and end up in Las Vegas, and they meet people like um, those lounge shows. Those people, Dean Martin, um,
Yeah,
Michael
maybe that'd be
Bublé.
a you
Yeah,
go take them back to the old school gangsters, and you
yeah.
know, maybe that's a good idea.
Don't hurt me too bad.
I don't
You'll make
know, you
sloppy joes
know,
for
work
breakfast.
sometimes working with the language models,
Nanu, nanu,
they
nanu.
don't like you talking about gangsters for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they I don't know. Every platform draws a line somewhere, but
Huh,
I've had trouble like producing some things with that. Anyway,
yeah.
not to get off on tangents. Uh, Lawless got the tingles.
Tingle, 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 tingle,
That's because I'm here. It's not you, Scully.
tingle, tingle, tingle.
My name is Pop. Tingle Pop.
Ska, 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 ska.
Kimbers, are you gonna be in the trunk? Because that's where most gangsters put their people in the trunk. She said, "Beep beep, let's go." Yeah, gangster type.
Yeah, yeah.
Kimmerska.
I still, whenever like I'm in your chat, Izzy, and I'm making comments on my phone, you know,
Mhm,
my phone's got all that memory on it. Like when I type something,
mhm.
if like for example, if I start typing Kimber, it automatically comes up Kimberska, and then I just click it. You know, that's why I get them in there so quick.
Oh God.
You programmed in there, Kimber.
Yeah, I don't use my phone for that at all.
You know, when I put tingle, tingle, tingle in the chat,
Mhm.
all I spell is TI, and it comes up, and I just press it. You know,
Yeah.
happens that quick. Yeah. So Misty never said what was barbecue she made, did she?
It was a whole bunch of stuff she had
The
laid out.
whole pig or
Yeah,
what?
she had to end her live just so she can get it on the grill.
Mm. Man, y'all gonna make me go shopping now tonight. I swear.
No, no, no.
I'm craving something. I still got that hamburger meat down there though. That's pretty good.
Look, Lala said hamburgers on the grill right now.
I know. I love hamburgers. I got some bad meat, I think, from Sam's maybe, but it just didn't seem to be that good.
And I'd like to mention I watched Beats live, and you could tell how sick he was getting. You think about those chips. They were
Crazy, man. I
they
couldn't do
were
that to my
nasty.
system.
It was nasty cheese.
Ugh.
What was it? Um, what juice was that? Maggot juice. And listen,
Yeah.
he said it was soaked in vinegar. Plus, they were a year old.
Mm.
They were last year's, April 2024.
Good night.
Now he's probably got food poisoning. That's all I could think about was, dude, you're gonna
Eat
have
the
food
whole
poisoning.
bag and everything.
He did. He
I
did.
watched some of the replay, but I
Mm,
couldn't even hardly look at it. It was like, ugh, gross.
that's horrible.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't put that in my body. I'd be sick for 2 months.
Hmm. The vinegar alone would have made me sick.
Maggot cheese or something. I don't
No, it's
know.
maggot juice.
Maggot juice. Ugh.
Wolf House.
I don't even think that would have been good when it was first put out. Just,
No.
ugh.
And y'all don't forget if you wrote something and you want to submit it, I'll be happy to read
Hey,
it for you,
Khadijah.
or submit something, a recommendation. If there's a story you want to read, email me.
So, Khadijah, you're going to sleep?
Where's
Is that what that
Khadijah?
means? She just came in.
Star is Born, man. I was thinking earlier about having a much larger role for Khadijah one night. I'd like to see her do a lengthier role than what she had.
She's listening because I think she's heading
Yeah,
to go
you
to
hear
bed.
what I'm saying. She's taking it easy, man. Day off.
Well, tomorrow's everybody's day off too, supposedly.
Should be in a good place, you know. Been in church most of the day, and everybody's feeling good. So, yeah, write it up, there, Dio. You know, I'll even if you write it, I'll help you. You know, edit it, or if you need some help. Oh, you do poetry? You can submit the poetry too, Spongy. I read poetry, so poetry, screenplays, novels, excerpts. Obviously, too hard to read a long novel, but screenplays, uh, letters, essays, you name it. Um, yeah. Ooh.
Nanu.
Oh my gosh.
I think he's trying to say Neener because he changed my name up in StreamYard.
Oh, I thought he was doing the Mork and Mindy thing. Nanu. No, he is doing the Mork and Mindy.
Hey, Lawless.
BB, let's go. Yeah, gangster type.
Oh yeah, Jot.
Hey, John.
My Jot.
Hey, John.
My Jot.
Oh my God, I'm so far behind in chat. I just realized that. Hamburgers on the grill, home cooking, yum. Wolf House, Samzu. Oh, gross, nasty. There's a maggot cheese.
Oh come on.
ScullyPop and Izzy Pop. Should write a story.
Hey, John. Justine, Steen.
God. What the hell was that?
Justine, Steen. Lawlessness.
And for those who
Oh,
wonder,
man, I
he does
can't
not
get
talk like
up.
this.
I'm falling. I can't get up.
Not a song.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No. It's what that woman said. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Body tingles.
Oh my God, it's
The
crazy.
Adventures of Billy Bacon and the Meatball Gang. Okay, Daradio, you are definitely forbidden from drinking anymore.
Mm.
Yep.
Bacon and meatballs.
Mm.
Mm.
But it's the Adventures. It's like my granddaughter, she used to be into that series. It's Raining Meatballs or something like that.
Yeah.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Yeah.
Y'all, this story is kind of hilarious.
Daradio. Hey, Daradio, that would have made a good excuse, though, that you were drunk saying that. But go ahead.
Damn, 30 years. Wow. I haven't had a drink in I don't know how many years, but not that long. Well, actually, I had a glass of wine last year. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Boy, Misty and Spongy were hitting that wine tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
A little red wine goes good with some barbecue, I
That's
imagine.
what they were drinking.
Help soak that meat up. It's good stuff. I like a good Merlot or Cabernet or real dry. Get your
You
cheeks
know,
all puckered up, you know.
I'm extremely a debutante or whatever you want to call. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll take Cisco wine or Boone's Farm or that's my deal. I'm a
Yeah.
cheap drunk. No, not really. Those things make me sick. She said it's Merlot.
Merlot. Okay. That's a good all around wine. Definitely you can drink that almost with anything. Yeah, this Don Quixote story. It's pretty funny.
This school kid was a friend of mine. Lawless. It's either that or there was more. MD 2020, Mad Dog 2020. Rosé all day, says Justine. Dry, though not sweet. Shaken, but not stirred.
ScullyPop. And Cutie Pop. Cutie Pop's in the house.
There you go, Lawless. I knew I'd hit on something.
Oh my God! Don't remind Mad Dog 20. I remember when they came out with the orange.
Oh,
Oh my
gross.
God! We were
Like bare
we
aspirins.
were drinking 2/5 of that back then, man. Ugh.
I am a gangster. What you talking about?
I mean, I've done some pretty wild stuff drinking Mad Dog.
I don't remember, so I drink more than you. How about that?
I didn't remember either until they showed me the pictures of what I did. They got me flying. Look, it was Halloween, you know, and we were up at Mississippi State for that semester and up in Starkville, and like we all got a bunch of Mad Dog. We were dressed up like I was dressed up like Fred Flintstone, you know, and
Imagine that,
they
y'all.
got a picture of me like flying through the air naked, you know, like jumping off this balcony with like my Fred Flintstone suit went flying up above my head, you know, when I jumped off the balcony. And for some reason, I didn't have no underwear on.
What?
Oh my God. They got a picture of me like that. That was the
Well,
last time I ever drank that shit.
Scully, that has to be one of those show and tell pictures for your channel. And I think people would actually
That
cough up
evidence
money.
has been burned a long time ago.
No. They were negatives back then, you know.
Man, it might be in a box somewhere.
Hey, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen Pop, how you doing? You can go back and listen to Izzy and I read later. We narrated the excerpt together. She did the female role.
Duh.
I was looking at the script and I was like, oh my God, these are long-winded female lines. It's going to kill me, you know. And I didn't even at that point, you know, Izzy, I was like, can you do it? You know, and this is
See,
like
what
what,
time was
2
it you
o'clock
sent
this
that?
afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. 2 o'clock. See how much
Like,
of a notice
what?
I get? So
Yeah,
don't
that
y'all
was a
feel
big
bad.
time. My bad. Yeah. I don't know. I think you've probably read more than anybody now. I mean, we did the whole Bonnie and Clyde script together.
Misery.
Misery. You've had more lines than anybody on my channel.
Laissez le bon tempo.
Laissez le bon temps poulet.
I
We
said it right.
narrated that too.
I
Man,
said it right.
it's crazy. And those are 3 long pieces. So
And that he handed me the night before.
yeah, well, you're just that good. So my goodness.
Hey, Shells.
Shell's in the house.
Oh, I got that green tea working now. I had the double barrel tea going. I had the black tea in one glass and the green in the other.
You're having mixed drinks tonight? You're having chaser with your tea? With tea?
Yeah. Well, I never actually made it to Walmart, so I didn't get my maple
Oh, really?
syrup. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to go to the store tonight.
You're gonna need it. Well, be a better time to go when it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like 90 degrees. Well, it's cooled off a little bit now.
I'm talking about the car overheating.
Oh yeah, got to wait till Tuesday to bring that thing in there. Everything's closed tomorrow. I don't know what it is, man.
Well, you better check stuff to make sure they didn't close early because of Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go traipsing off. And yeah, I said traipsing.
Yeah, luckily that place is only about less than a mile from here.
My way's in so much pain, Scully.
Oh, really? Well,
It's
that's
just getting worse and
yeah.
worse. I guess after the shot went out,
Shit,
she just,
man.
but she
Mm,
went to work today. She's got to work. She's not off again until Thursday. And
mm,
I told her, I said, if you feel like you can't go in, you need to call in and quit trying to push yourself like that.
goodness. Yeah. What's
Lucky for
great for
Billy,
inflammation, high
look,
blood pressure?
I'm reading Derridio, his book. Lucky for Billy, the meatball gang broke him out, or he'd be a BLT sandwich by now. You're so crazy, dude.
Beet
Do
juice.
that.
Oh, God. I don't know if I could drink beet juice.
I have. My mom used to make us drink it.
That's good for inflammation, she said.
Yeah.
Huh. Goodness. Yeah. I feel like it's so quiet in here right now.
So, you be all right, Schoolie. Do you know how distracting the music is, especially when I'm backstage and I'm trying to hear everybody to know when
Mm-hmm.
I change stuff, and then
Yeah.
I've got the music going.
Yeah, true.
I drink beet juice
Talk
every
is
day.
true. Touche.
I love beets. I don't like pickled beets. I don't like anything pickled.
I
Unless
drink
it's
beet
me. I
juice
like to be
every
pickled every
day.
now and then.
Mm.
Eat, eat. Calm down, lawless. Hey, Mark. Oh my gosh, Mark
Hey,
Kropka's
Mark. What's
here.
up, my friend? Good to
Mark,
see
I
you.
was
Former
Mark, I
cast
was
member Mark Kropka.
Mark, I was in your live. I was listening to the music, and all of a sudden there was no music, and I was like, "Wait a minute, he didn't end that live." And you got hit again. I don't know which song it was hit on. He got
Shoot,
hit
I don't
again.
know. I'm
Struck.
with you there. She does it forcefully. I know how to force feed myself, so
Hold your nose and drink it. See, it's not the smell; it's the damn taste I can't handle.
ScullyPop. Kimber's saying hey to Mark. How you been doing, Mark?
He
You get
he
shut
says I get
down
shot
every
every
night.
night,
Every night, dang it.
but but he comes back. They
Yeah,
always come
comes
back.
back with a vengeance. Stitching it up.
Capturing country life. See, I had to add the end of it.
The beets, is that fiber too? Probably so, huh?
I know it's good for your eyes. No, that's carrot juice. Excuse me. Damn it, I
Yeah.
gotta quit drinking it now. No, I'm just playing.
She was gagging, huh? God.
I bet
Ugh,
y'all weren't gagging as much as
gagging thinking about
Pete
it.
was. He looked green before he signed off.
Ugh.
Ugh.
So yeah, I think everybody likes the 7 o'clock spot on Sundays. Seems to be doing well, don't you think, Izzy Pop?
Yeah.
I know it's
Ye-
competitive, but I used to do the 9 o'clock slot, but I think 7 o'clock is much better.
Well, you have a lot of working people that have to get up for Monday morning. And now
Yeah.
with school out, it
Mm-hmm.
might be a little bit easier.
That's true.
Add some jalapenos to beet juice. Come on, Dio.
Man, I'm gonna
This
have to make a member video, me cooking something one day. Wouldn't that be fun to watch if y'all watch me cook?
where's TWP? We need to have Dio seen
I
out
don't
of
know.
this.
He was escorting somebody out the door
He
earlier, I
needs to
think.
he needs to escort Dio out because
Yeah,
this is just about I've had it with you. I'm just
I
saying.
know. Adding jalapenos to the beet juice. Mm. High levels of anemia. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, you'd like to see me cook, huh? I can
I
make
think
a
we
couple of things really well.
I think we discussed that before, Scully.
Yeah, I thought y'all might like to see me fish one day. I'm a good fisherman.
It doesn't matter if you're a good or a bad fisherman,
I mean,
Scully.
you see my pole bend over and me just whip it back, you know.
With it good.
I can catch some pretty good trout. I mean, and they're
Why?
supposedly they're biting right now, so I may go tomorrow. I think tomorrow is like a free day, you know, for fishing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I just haven't re-upped my license online. I usually have that automatically every year, but I haven't been fishing for a few years,
Yeah.
you know, so but they're kind of strict about that. I don't want to get a big fine, you know. They come up and you can't keep all the fish either. You got to throw some back. Yeah, Lawless, if you come down here, I'll take you fishing. I got all the gear, man. I have to get a few hooks and things, but I got fishing poles and yeah, we'll catch you a big old redfish. Hey, Jody.
Hi,
Jody
Jody.
Pop. How you doing? Got on some fishing now. I might go fishing tomorrow. That'd be great. Some fresh fish. It's going good. Justine saying hey to Jody. Misty saying hey to Jody. Pink's got her fishing pole out ready to go. I might go fishing tomorrow too, says Mikey. Spongy says we would love to see that, Scully. Oh, maybe I can video tomorrow, y'all. That'd be kind of neat. I have to think about how I should do that. I don't really have a camera except my phone, but can't leave it running indefinitely. But yeah.
Well, I think since your son is such an amazing videographer, videographer, that he
Yeah.
should go with you and video his dad catching
He
fish.
might. He doesn't like fishing though.
Yeah, but he won't be. He'll be doing what he does best, and that's
Yeah.
video videoing.
Yeah. I'll see if he wants to go. Yeah, it might be cool. He probably want to walk
Wow,
off and
Mark.
feed the birds.
Mark says up here in Canada they will seize your vehicle if you fish without documentation.
Man,
Damn. What if you walk there?
goodness.
They're gonna seize your shoes?
Yeah,
Damn, that is strict.
I know. Gosh.
Will you take that damn eyeball down? It's on your end.
Izzy's got an eyeball looking at her back
Did you
here.
see the picture I sent you on your phone?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm looking at the whole damn time. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It didn't have it on mine like
it
that.
just stayed like that. It was Scully watching
Crazy,
me.
yeah.
He's like, "Don't mess up. I'm watching you."
Love and appreciate what you do. We appreciate you, Miss Kruger, and we hope that you're convalescing very fast. Body Illusion, thank you so much. I didn't even get to see who got those members. You know, the Evie Mux would show you like who got them and everything. Keep up with that for you. StreamYard slacking, man.
I don't know. They do have this feature.
What is it?
Watch your screen.
Oh, you talking about the chat up there?
They just started doing it. That's
Yeah,
pretty
put
awesome.
that up there for a minute. Let's
It's
see
up
what that
there.
looks like.
It's somebody would start talking down there in the chat.
Okay, so
Watch, nobody's gonna say anything now because they don't want it up there.
let me put some emojis in there.
You can see the little
See what
blank
you
spot.
mean. Oh yeah, there it is.
Look at that.
Okay. Huh. La Mancha and the Metal Giants.
Oh, it started again. Damn it.
Yeah, we're gonna watch our little thing here in a minute. pretty cool. You can't resize it or anything, though. It's just that one size.
Surprised there was no reading today? What?
Huh? Yeah, we read.
What the
You're just
hell do you...
late. Go
What's
back,
wrong?
man. We read the excerpt from the novel.
Lord have
Izzy
mercy,
read.
Lawless. Jeez. Jeez. It only lasted, what, 30 minutes of that?
It wasn't long, no. I
Mhm.
mean, it was probably, I think it lasted a little longer than that. Look, Mom, I'm on TV. This is the one we did a few weeks ago. Izzy remastered it into a clean video with graphics. It's Don Quixote meets the World of Worlds from H.G. Wells. It's really funny in some spots. It's actually quite hilarious.
And
Y'all ready to watch, or
the most hilarious part about this is when I go to edit this, I have to take out the scuzz and the ta-ta-tas and the beat after beat. All those things that he puts in them. I say, look,
I
he
know it's
cannot
a
see
lot of
what you were
work.
saying.
Pink's ready. Everybody ready to listen to the story? How long is it, Izzy?
18 minutes.
18 minutes, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll have our outros, and it'll be about time to close the show after that. But yeah, I guess we'll be on mic still. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to talk, that's fine. The Night of La Mancha and the Metal Giants. The morning sun cast long shadows across the plains of La Mancha as Don Quixote de La Mancha sat atop his faithful steed, Rocinante. His weathered face turned skyward, squinting at what appeared to be falling stars streaking across the dawn sky. Beside him, his loyal squire Sancho Panza rubbed sleep from his eyes, his round body still not fully awake. Do you see them, Sancho? Quixote's voice trembled with excitement. The signs from heaven, great cylinders of fire descending upon our lands. Sancho yawned, scratching his belly beneath his tattered shirt. They're just shooting stars, master. Nothing to concern ourselves with. Don Quixote was already lost in the elaborate constructions of his mind. His gaunt frame straightening his rusted armor, the plume on his makeshift helmet quivering with anticipation. Nay, my faithful friend, these are the signs foretold in the ancient books of chivalry. The enchanter Freston, my sworn enemy, summons his metal giants to terrorize the countryside and test the mettle of true knights. The cylinders, genuine Martian spacecraft, had indeed fallen during the night, embedding themselves in the field several leagues away. Smoke rose in thin columns from their landing sites, visible even from the hilltop where Knight and Squire had made camp. We must make haste, declared Don Quixote, adjusting his lance beneath his arm. Fair damsels and honest peasants alike will require our protection from these foul constructs. Sancho, ever practical despite years in the knight's service, tried reasoning. Master, should we not return to the village? If danger threatens, we would be wise to gather men with proper weapons. Proper weapons? Quixote scoffed, brandishing his ancient lance. What could be more proper than the implements of chivalry against the dark arts? Have you learned nothing in our journeys, my skeptical friend? Sancho sighed. mounting his donkey with the resignation of a man who had long ago accepted his role in this perpetual feeder of the absurd. As you wish, master, but let us at least break our fast before charging into battle. They ate a simple meal of dried bread and cheese, Don Quixote barely touching his food, his rheumy eyes fixed on the distant smoke. In his mind, he was already composing verses that would immortalize his triumph over these enchanted adversaries. Part 1. By midday, they approached the first cylinder. A crowd of peasants had gathered at a safe distance, murmuring among themselves as the strange object hissed and steamed. The top portion was beginning to unscrew from within. "Stand back, good people," Don Quixote announced, his voice carrying across the frightened assembly. "I, Don Quixote de la Mancha, Knight of the Sorrowful Countenance, shall protect you from this infernal device." The peasants turned, their expression shifting from fear to a different kind of concern as they recognized the infamous madman and his companion. Some snickered behind their hands, while others merely shook their heads. "Not now, old fool," one man called out. "There's real danger here." Don Quixote was already urging Rocinante forward, his lance leveled at the cylinder, as the top finally fell away with a clang, revealing the glistening, pulsating form of the Martians within. A collective gasp arose from the crowd. Don Quixote, however, saw only what his mind allowed him to see. The enchanter Preston's mechanical servants, ready to do their master's bidding. The tentacled Martians emerging from the craft registered in his fractured perception as knights in peculiar, shimmering armor.
"Ha! Come forth, servants of darkness,"
he challenged, as Rocinante nervously pawed the ground. Sancho pulled his donkey to a halt well behind his master. "Don Quixote, those are not men or giants. They are... I know not what they are. They are unlike anything in God's creation." The Martians, still adjusting to Earth's gravity and atmosphere, took notice of the strange figure charging toward them. They raised what appeared to be metallic wands, the heat ray weapons that would soon lay waste to humanity's armies.
"Your enchanted wands do not frighten me,"
Don Quixote declared, spurring Rocinante into a reluctant trot.
"Have at thee."
Part 2. The first heat ray missed Don Quixote entirely, striking the ground beside Rocinante and causing the poor horse to rear in panic. This inadvertent evasion was interpreted by the knight as divine intervention.
"You see, Sancho? The grace of my lady Dulcinea protects me."
Peasants had scattered, running for their lives as more Martians emerged. Sancho had retreated to the dubious shelter of a nearby olive grove, watching in horror.
"Master, please! These are no enchanter's tricks!"
Don Quixote charged again, somehow evading the poorly aimed rays of the disoriented Martians. His lance struck the metal skin of the cylinder with a resounding clang before splintering, the impact nearly unseating him.
"Their armor is enchanted indeed."
He drew his rusted sword.
"But no matter. Dulcinea gives me strength.
The Martians, still not fully comprehending this solitary human's attack, turn their attention to the fleeting crowds. More substantial threats in the construction of their tripod fighting machines. This dismissal was, to Don Quixote, further evidence of their fear.
They retreat to summon reinforcements,
he declared triumphantly, as Rocinante trotted in confused circles before the scene.
The first battle goes to us, Sancho.
Sancho, astonished at his master's continued existence, could only shake his head and wonder. Perhaps madness was its own kind of protection. Part 3. Over the next days, as the Martians assembled their tripod machines and began their systematic destruction of the countryside, Don Quixote pursued them with unwavering determination. Each tripod was, to his mind, a massive armored knight upon stilts, sent by his nemesis to terrorize his beloved Spain. The heat rays became enchanted fire breath, the poison black smoke merely sorcerous fog, and the mechanical tentacles grabbing, screaming victims were the arms of giants reaching for innocent maidens. Most remarkably, Don Quixote survived. Perhaps it was his erratic movement, Rocinante's terror-induced bolting at crucial moments, or simply that the Martians considered the lone, armored human on horseback too insignificant to waste energy upon. Special and larger groups of humans presented more substantial threats. Sancho followed at a safe distance, alternately praying for his master's safety and cursing his own loyalty. Why had he not abandoned this lunacy years ago? Yet, something kept him watching, reporting, bearing witness to what might be either the most absurd or the most noble quest in an age of horrors. Master, he called one evening as the maid camped at sight of the destroyed village. 3 tripods visible on the horizon.
Perhaps we should journey elsewhere, seek reinforcements from other knights.
Don Quixote sat polishing his dented helmet, his thin face illuminated by their small fire.
Abandon these good people to the metal giants? Never, Sancho. What kind of knight would I be?
A living one, Sancho muttered. But there was no real conviction in his complaint. Somehow, against all reason, his master's delusions had become a strange comfort in a world suddenly filled with horrors beyond imagination. On the 7th day of the invasion, Don Quixote made his grandest charge yet. 3 tripods had converged on a small town, their heat rays systematically demolishing buildings as terrified villagers fled in all directions.
For Dulcinea and Spain!
The knight roared, galloping Rocinante directly toward the nearest mechanical monstrosity. What happened next would be debated by the few witnesses who survived to tell the tale. The tripod's operator, perhaps distracted by the unexpected sight of a man in medieval armor charging on horseback, hesitated in his attack pattern. Its leg descended at the precise moment that Don Quixote's sword struck upward, connecting with something vital, a joint, a hydraulic mechanism, or perhaps even the Martian inside. The tripod faltered, its balance compromised. As Don Quixote circled for another pass, the massive structure began to tilt, then topple, crashing to the ground with an earth-shaking impact. "Victory!" cried the knight of the sorrowful countenance, raising his sword high. "See how the giants fall before true chivalry!" The other tripods turned their attention to this unexpected threat. Heat rays scorching the earth where Don Quixote had stood moments before. But Rocinante, terrified beyond reason, had already bolted between buildings, carrying his master to temporary safety. Sancho, watching from a distant hill, crossed himself in amazement. "Santa Maria! The old fool actually did it." And for all their technological superiority, had no context for understanding Don Quixote. Their analytical minds, so adept at calculating threats from organized military resistance, failed to account for the random movements of a madman who didn't behave according to rational patterns or fear and self-preservation. As the days passed, Don Quixote became something of a folk hero among the survivors hiding in the countryside. Some said he was a saint. Sancho, for his part, began to wonder if his master's madness had been a kind of prophecy. Preparation for a world where giants truly did stalk the land. Where chivalry and courage might be humanity's last defense against the incomprehensible. The end came not from Don Quixote's lance or sword, but from the same microscopic allies that saved all of humanity. Bacteria and viruses to which the Martians had no immunity. As tripods began to falter across the region, their operators succumbing to terrestrial diseases, Don Quixote claimed each as a personal victory. "See how they fall to my lady's enchantments. Dulcinea's love flows through my veins, strengthening my arm against these foes." When the last tripod of La Mancha stood motionless, its heat rays silent, Don Quixote approached it cautiously on foot. "Yield, metal giant." His voice carried the eerie silence that had fallen across the devastated landscape. "Acknowledge the supremacy of chivalry and love over cold mechanics and destruction." As if in answer, tripod's hatch opened and the lifeless form of a Martian slid partially out, tentacles hanging limply. Don Quixote removed his dented helmet and bowed his head. "Even enemies deserve respect and death. They fought with honor, if not with righteousness." Sancho, approaching to stand beside his master, saw the moment differently. They were monsters, master. Not knights or giants or enchanters. Just creatures from beyond our world. Don Quixote turned to his faithful squire, and for a brief moment, perfect lucidity shone in his eyes. "And what is a monster, dear Sancho? It's something we lack the imagination to understand. Perhaps they too had their Dulcineas, their codes of honor, their quests." The moment passed, and the familiar veil of madness descended once more. "Come, we must inform the good people that the enchantment has been lifted. There will be feasting and celebration. Perhaps a tournament in my honor." As they walked away from the fallen tripod, Sancho found himself smiling despite everything. The world changed forever, revealed to be both smaller and vastly larger than humanity had ever imagined. New stories would be told, new books of adventure written, And perhaps he thought, watching his master stride purposefully ahead, those stories would need a little madness to make sense of them. The kind of madness that sees giants where others see windmills, that charges into battle with wisdom and counselors retreat, that finds meaning in chaos and beauty in destruction. Kind of madness that, in the darkest times, might just be mistaken for the purest sanity. The end. All right.
Ta-da!
Big hand. Great job, Izzy.
You too.
Hey, Daisy. Good to see you. Go back and check out our reading earlier. I didn't know if Mr. Murphy would come in tonight. I'll send him the link to the show, but I didn't know. It's good to see you. Hey, Jake. How you doing, buddy?
Thank
Welcome
you,
in,
Cliff.
charming anarchist.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
end.
great
It was
night.
18 minutes. It was in a whole live that he did, and he did a couple of stories in
What
the
are you
live, and I
saying?
cut each one of them out.
This was 18 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
18:47, I think.
I wonder how long the excerpt from earlier was.
About 30. No, it wasn't even that long.
Close to 30 minutes, maybe, yeah. It came out really well, I think, except for that one little hiccup I had, but I mean, that's to be expected.
Check.
I'm like, is that your line or my line?
So I was going to ask you that, and then I noticed
my
it was
goodness.
first person, and I said, well, that's coming from the author.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy. Yeah, we've had fun tonight. Definitely. Misha giving you a big hand there. The end. Yeah, that's the end of the Don Quixote War of the Worlds with H.G. Wells. We did the Beyond the Pale excerpt earlier from Patrick McMurphy, Frank McDuffie series. All the links are in the description down below.
Daisy, this was the well.
Oh yeah, run that for a minute. Let her look at that. It stays within the theme of the book writing. And what I did was I took the book cover and fed it into my Leonardo art software, and I created some things that, you know, different that revolve around the theme. So in a nutshell, anyway.
And I helped.
Yeah, and
Like
Izzy,
hamburger helper.
she's the one who did the work. So
you did the work.
Hamburger helper. That sounds
Oh
good.
God, here we go. I'm sorry I said that, y'all. I'm really sorry.
Okay, Kristen. Hopefully you got to relax for a little while and get you a good night's sleep, darling. My ass kicked up around my neck. Ones and twos, but I'm healing. That's good.
You can take
Stay
pictures.
strong.
We would love to show them, Kristen. I don't know what's wrong with you. Just pictures. We just need proof. No, I'm playing.
Oh my God, the horror.
Oh, the horror.
She's like, no.
Nugget, stop, dude.
Another flawless show, says Side Order.
Kristen's now hungry.
Yeah, what are we going to have to eat? I'm going to have a hamburger at least. But I do need to go to the store and get some sweet potatoes and a few things.
And for you guys who were wondering about that, sweet potatoes is the other sweet that he gets. So he gets maple syrup and sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I like that maple syrup in my tea. Look at Jody doing her nails, listening to nails.
Look, if I have to sugar anything, sweeten anything. I just stir it with my finger.
Oh my gosh.
What
Oh,
about
thank you.
Izzy? She'll use them to bribe you. Don't send them. What?
Great writing and artistry. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Little Izzy, she'll use them to bribe you. Don't send them low.
I don't know what she's talking. And it's laugh out loud. It's not low. I'll learn you,
You
darn
both
you.
did a wonderful job. Yeah, definitely burgers again.
Yeah. Anybody's email in the chat. Anybody. Well, you can post it. I mean, it's going to be shared by all. What's wrong, Janica?
Yeah, me too. Just plain.
And Janica, you were in that video we just did.
What'd she say? Yuck. Scully, you married to Izzy? No, we're not married.
No, we're not married. Look, Nana, he'd already be dead if he was married to me. I would have smacked him so hard. Man, if only my arms were long enough to reach to Mississippi, I would have popped him so many times. He said, make sure we're a couple or something, but, not that couple.
Okay, Misty. See you tomorrow. Thank you for coming in. Yep, they're a couple.
Hey, CJ. Good to
Where's
see you.
that? Where's that other thing? What's that picture?
What
This
else thing?
thing.
Oh, that's Scully and
There it
our
is.
that's our kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's CJ. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. There's a couple of good readings for you if you want to rewind later. Misha's laughing at you. Well, you sound married. Yeah. Bye, lovelies.
Can I ask you a question? I'm confused about from my live. You said in my chat, you said, don't put any more pink in my videos. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
I was going to say, that was what you told me your color scheme was. Don't go there.
Yeah, there's some neat colors, huh?
Yeah, Schoolie had both kids. I was only involved in the consummating of the children. He delivered both of them himself. Now, the popsicle sticks that came out, that's what's caused all his health problems. So he's just been trying to get right after splintering his stomach with popsicle sticks. Yeah. Hmm.
There's Janica's painting.
Men so I know, Misha. Misha's trying to make nice with me now since she started a bunch of crap with me the other night. Misha says, I'll never.
Oh God, what did I do?
Where'd you go, Scully?
I don't know.
Scully, where are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Oh, you covered yours up with the thing that with the
Okay.
logo. Look at him separating himself from me. He's like, oh, there he goes. He's like,
I wanted to put Janica's thing up
Yeah.
there.
Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, you,
Mhm.
Misha. Don't let her fool you guys.
That's right. What else we got up here? Author that reads to you. Brain tingles.
Yeah, changed all those to make it pop.
That's
Never
got
too
to be
much
the
pain.
craziest thing that was ever made.
You don't say all things pink and possible. She said never too much pink. That rabbit scares me, Scully.
Well, they made me wear that pink shirt when I got married the first time.
Pepto-Bismol.
And then they played the Doors at the end. And then I got divorced 16 months later.
You didn't even have time for the ink to dry, did you?
Look at Spongy. She thinks we're funny.
Spongy, there's no accounting for taste, hon. Nobody else thinks we're funny, Scully.
About time for another Bone Dance episode.
Yeah.
See what's going on in the literary world. I had a lot of fun tonight. I need to get on the writing tomorrow. If we want to do a show next week, I need to get on that and finalize an idea and move forward. So I don't want to wait until the last minute to get that to you, and
Thank
we got to
God.
get into a flow with that, week by week.
Look, Janica, while I was reading that script a
Oh,
little
thank
bit
you,
ago,
Janica, for that cash app. I
when I
appreciate
was reading
that.
when I was reading that script earlier, one of the lines in it was something about I built it, and I started laughing because I was waiting for you to say, "Yeah, she built a time machine, everybody. She built a time machine." I was laughing. I couldn't get past that.
It is hilarious.
I can't help it, man. I was having way too much fun. Is it writing or typing? What? Why has she got to be so perfect?
Hmm?
Now it's typing, okay?
Hey, Cloud Kicker.
He's typing. He's not writing it, okay, Misha?
There's some coffee. If anybody wants a cup of coffee, we've got complimentary coffee
Totally right.
there over at the refreshment stand.
All right, Spongy. Have a good night.
Good
Just getting it
evening,
straight.
SpongyPop.
Misha's trying to start stuff with you now.
Mm-hmm. Get your brain tingling. It'll be all over with. Did y'all see my brain tingle special the other night? That was pretty cool. A Bryan Duffy mystery. What is it, about 4 or 5 books he's got?
I don't know. That was just chapter 5. I don't know how many
Run
chapters
that, let that
because
run for a bit.
I can't see it without buying it.
Yeah. I remember when I got my first book written, I was looking for a narrator. We were happy just to get an audio file, nothing like this. But man, I would be tickled pink if somebody would do this for me,
Screw you, Janica.
Anyone else have typing? I did. I was good in typing. I can type 100 words a minute to this day. I can.
Janica said the time machine, Izzy built it. It's really nice. It's gold and shiny. Only room for one, though. Oh, God. See, that's another one I need to go north and smack.
Shoot, I remember when I had typing in 11th grade, we didn't even have air conditioners at school yet. So, like, we were, like, and, sweating our butts off in there typing away. Windows open, ceiling fans going.
What was
That was
you
1986.
what was you saying? Oh my God, when I told you I said I was there for segregation. I was there for the moon landing. And you're like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
right. It's like, you're old, woman.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to shut it down and prepare for another great production next Sunday. I'll be live a couple of times in between. I'm not sure what
Or I
I'll be
will be.
doing. And Izzy, of course, she'll probably be live more than me.
You know, and don't forget, if you want something read, send us an email. My email at
I'm finding it.
us and our bunch. Welcome. We're about to head on out here. You can rewind. We've got 2 wonderful stories tonight. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming in and all of our new members. Kristen, we appreciate you. Body Illusion. Crafty Witch is a new member. Y'all help make the channel move forward. Thank you so much. Janica as well. Send me a wonderful Cash App. And thank you, Kristen, for that wonderful Cash App as well. Anything else I'm forgetting you can think of, Izzy Pop? Oh my goodness.
Us and our bunch.
Us
It's
and our
okay.
bunch.
Go back and replay it.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all comment and let us give Scully ideas that you might want him to put into a story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, two things mashed up or something he could create on his own. You know, or submission.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna let you have it, Izzy Pop, and I'm gonna head out toward the back of the building and get out of here.
You better duck those crowds. They're all gonna be waving you on.
I'll see y'all in the chat on my phone for a minute, but I'm gonna be heading out. So thank you very much. It's been a ScullyPop production. Special guest Izzy Pop narrating tonight, Beyond the Pale.
That's because I'm
Patrick Murphy. Did a wonderful job as always. So
hurry up and leave so I can say a bunch of stuff after you, so I can say all kinds of stuff after you're gone. Now y'all have a great night.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. Got reason, if you wanna go eat, you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. If you stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. Right in your side. You will never see me coming. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. Right in your side. You will never see me. My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil. He snaps me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel. I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks. I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of you anywhere or any place. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. Right in your side. You will never see me coming. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. Right in your side. You will